Hello everyone, I'm Ronald Mehta and welcome back to marketing91.com. We provide management and marketing training to students and professionals worldwide through our courses, videos and community. This video is part of our comprehensive take on the gamut of human resource management. Let's take a stab at the gamut of zero-hour contract. An employment contract known as a zero-hour contract is one in which the employer and employee have no minimum agreement regarding the number of hours the employees must work. In a zero-hour contract, the company is not required to offer the employee any regular employment. However, the employee is required to be available for work anytime. They are also considered to as casual or ad hoc arrangement, piecework or on-call labor. For instance, the job profile of interpreters. The United Kingdom is where the phrase zero-hour contract is most frequently used. Did you know? According to the Office for National Statistics in the United Kingdom, around 900,000 or 2.9% of the employed workforce were on zero-hour contracts in the year 2016. That is up from around 747,000 in 2015, a year-on-year increase of a whopping 20%. Moving to a case where Ukraine is iron hand on dealing with zero-hour contracts. Well, Ukraine enacts legislation that violates workers' rights. Around July 2022, 70% of the workforce were no longer subject to workplace safeguards as a result of the legalization of zero-hour contracts. Because of the tremendous pressure that Russia's war is putting on the Ukrainian economy, the country's parliament just passed two new drastic measures on labor liberalization. This raised calms that Ukrainians would permanently lose their working rights. In the two legislative laws that were passed, MPs decided to legalize zero-hour contracts and took steps to exempt up to 70% of the workers from the protections provided by the country's labor laws. With the latter step, employees of small and medium-sized businesses are no longer covered by the National Labour Code. Additionally, it also eliminates trade unions' ability to legally block workplace terminations, thus giving more power in the hands of the employer in Ukraine. Now moving on to positive aspects of a zero-hour contract. First, the gamut of flexibility. People who require the flexibility to reject work or do not want a set schedule may find zero-hour contracts particularly intriguing. These type of contracts are ideal for students because they allow one to decline hours during their busiest study periods. Next, opportunities. If a company one really wants to work for does not have a full-time fixed contract open for them, taking on a position with zero-hour contract can be a terrific way to get their foot in the door. An excellent technique to make yourself open for consideration should anything more lasting come along is to establish yourself while working under a flexible contract. Next, additional money. One benefit of zero-hour contract is the flexibility to add extra hours when they become available since there are no defined hours. So for example, if one needs extra money one month, they might be able to work twice as many as they did in the previous month and make that extra money. Now let's look at the downsides of a zero-hour contract from the employee's perspective. First, inconsistent hours. Planning one's life around a zero-hour contract can be highly challenging because one might be asked to work at the last minute, which is not ideal for everyone. Their social life can suffer since they have not made arrangements too far in advance and in case they have to work, or they might have to decline last-minute party invitations. Next, low earnings. Although it is possible that one could work for more hours, if many employees in the organization also have zero-hour contracts, there might not be enough space for everyone. Therefore, some might find themselves having trouble making ends meet in some months of the year. If you cannot make up for the hours with another employer, it might be very frustrating for the employee. Next, pressure. Even though in principle you ought to have the option to decline work if you are unavailable or unable to complete it, many employers will put a lot of pressure on you to show up for last-minute shifts, and you face the danger of never being contacted in future in case you do not turn up on that particular time. Although it is usually a good idea to be flexible and accessible for last-minute tasks, certain businesses may take advantage of it and not get you on payroll in future. So that's it folks, this brings an end to the gamut of zero-hour contracts. These are the list of sources and links referred to for our content in the video. Thank you and stay tuned for more videos.